The fastest way to turn super warm leads into buying customer is through DM automation. And the reason why, because of that, is that let's say if you post a content and people comment the keyword, said that they want this guy, they want more information. And if you have an automated system that reply them right away, that will give you more potential of making sales rather than you manually replying people, because sometimes people will see your content 3 a.m. your time and you're not able to reply them. That's why setting up a DM automation such as using ManyChat, it's so key in your business. So in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to create a simple DM automation to capture leads, to get them into your system, and at the same time give them what they want, which is a free lead magnet. Number two is I'm going to show you how you can greet your new followers. And I believe there is a limitation. Like we have to, not everyone have this feature. You have to reach a certain limit with Instagram in order to use this feature. And lastly, I'm also going to go into some of the best practices when it comes to Instagram. And today's training, I want to give a shout out to my student, Mila Khan, because she asked a really good question with DM automation. And this is the issue that she's facing with Instagram itself, because she's not able to send out DMs or links specifically. So I'm just going to read her questions. Can you also do a lesson on things to do that can help avoid restrictions like DM bans, etc.? What to avoid in terms of income claims that can get account flagged, especially the best way to use DM automation, like with delays, and also it's all feels natural. I am still on DM ban, waiting out for now. Have paused all automations for now. She did the right thing. For when Instagram gets back, please advise on how to best use DM automation to not come off as spammy. Some of posts really exploded and got lots of DM automations. I think that may have triggered it. She's correct. And then I also sometimes reply to DMs myself. That's when I get a restricted notice too, which usually goes away when I verify my phone number, etc. But in general, what I mean is please do a lesson on best Instagram practice for a happy and healthy account that doesn't fall on Instagram radar, and avoid restrictions, shadow ban, spam reports, etc. Good question. So step one, we're going to go into the basic thing of setting up ManyChat. So if you don't know what ManyChat is, you just basically go to Google and search ManyChat. And I do have a discount. Like if you use Sephi IG, I believe you do get 20% off, and I will appreciate it because that is my affiliate link. But basically you just go ManyChat.com, and this is where you go through the process of creating an account, either using Gmail or, sorry, my Wi-Fi just is really bad. You just go through the setting up account either with your Gmail or Facebook or Instagram. And from there, you are going to get to a page like this. The thing I want you to do is create a automation for your post as well as for your story. So just click on new automation. ManyChat will give you all these. You can go ahead and use, but the way that I learned best is start from scratch and just start from a blank canvas. Okay, so you just click on it. I'm actually going to show you what I created in the section right here. So this automation I created for one of the challenge that I was doing. And when you get into it, it basically will be a blank canvas. So all you need to do is you first have to add trigger, okay? Add the trigger, and then you can select post or reels comments and story replies. So I did this both, which resulting it gave me this. User comment on your post or reels, user replies on your story. So when that happened, it's gonna basically, I want that keyword to be trigger for all my posts and reels. You can have it call out to specific reels, maybe the next one, but usually, like if you are promoting the same thing, you want it for all posts or all reels. And for mine, I call it comeback. And then this is something that I type myself. ManyChat will give you a default, but just make it more personalize it and make it more, it sounds like coming from you. So these are what I have. You can copy it, but I like to ask people, hey, did you get it? So in case they reply, it will boost the algorithm, Instagram thinking, okay, this content is getting a lot of replies. Let me, they're going to push it out even more. Okay, so I usually ask people, hey, did you get it? I send it to your DM, but I always let them know that, hey, it's in your DM now. Go check it out. So that when they see it in the comments, they're going to go to their DM in case they don't see it. And then next year, I send a message and say, hey, it's here. My comeback challenge is now live, depending on what your product is about. But very important, I want them to agree that, hey, they agree on receiving the next message, which is this one, because I don't want to send a link to them right away, because there is a rule with ManyChat. It's called the 24 hours rule. Like, people need to interact before you send a link. Very important. Okay, within 24 hours, as long as they interact and say, click a button, okay, not a link, this button, and take them to there, then you are allowed to send them a link without seeming off like spammy from Instagram or ManyChat wise. So say, yes, I am. When this button is pressed, it's going to take them to a second Instagram message, which is this one. You got it. We're launching today. Tap below to lock in your spot. And then now this will be open a website. Now I'm sending a link. Boom. This is the link. And then when people click done, one thing that I have added here, it take them to an action. Okay. So what this action is, I am tagging the person whether or not they have clicked this link. So this is my way of detecting whether it is a abandoned cart. So if they did not click this link, I want to spot if they did not click this link, I'm going to send them another message. Okay. So once I give a tag, and if the condition verify is true, and if the tag is not come back, which I give them this tag, then I'm going to wait for an hour and we'll send them this message. Basically say, hey, if you haven't already yet, don't forget to tap the link. You're not going to regret this. Price goes up after July 16, or just give some urgency. Or you can say, if there's no urgency, just say that I think you will like this. Okay. So if you see what I'm doing here, let's just recap. First, I have the call to action. I have the keyword trigger for both post and story. And then later on, when the trigger, I would first get them to hit a button that will go to the second message. Okay, I'm not sending them a link right away, but the second message here, I will send this link. Okay, this is grab my spot and then send them a link. It will open a new website, and I give them a tag. And if the tag is not come back, then I will wait for an hour and send them a next follow up and say, hey, check out this link. I think you will like it. So that's it. That's a very basic tag for Instagram. Another thing that I want you to add is this new feature. Not anyone, like especially if you're starting out with setting up a ManyChat with your Instagram. Initially, I didn't have it, and I just noticed that they allow me to do this. So it's say hi to new followers. This is a beta mode from ManyChat. When you click into it, I'm gonna show you. First off, it will give you this. I don't recommend to send them a link right away. So I would say the opening DM, just turn it off. And then you can have a message as simple as this. Hey there, I noticed that you just follow me. Let me know what's something that you're working on and how can I help. That's it. Okay, and depending on what they say, you can follow up. And the reason why you don't want to send people a link, especially to new followers right away, because they just follow you. They're still getting acquainted on your account. So just be casual. Just let them know, hey, I'm here. If you need anything, let me know. I want to be able to help you and give you value. That's it. Unless, okay, under a circumstance, like let's say if you're running a challenge, something that's urgent, you can make it more like, hey, I'm actually running a challenge right now. It ends in next week. If that's something that you want to learn more, this is what I do in this challenge. And yeah, let me know if it's something that you're interested. Otherwise, happy that you're here. Make it as casual, not spammy. Don't blast them links right away. And that's it. And once you have, just make sure you hit go live. Same as the automation, make sure you publish it. Very important. So the next thing I want to talk about is Instagram best practices. So some people, they have their Instagram blocked from sending out DMs simply because of a few reasons. And that happened to me as well. And it's not because of ManyChat. Well, it's indirectly it's because of ManyChat. Let's say maybe ManyChat send out too many links at once that could cause Instagram to restrict us from sending out messages. So number one, remember the automation that I walked through earlier. Don't send people a link right away. Trigger them to click a button, and then move on the second automation to send them a link then after once they click the button, because that way Instagram knows that, hey, the audience actually interacted and want more information. It wasn't you spamming people with a link. So here is the best practice from Instagram. Okay, Instagram usually redirects your DM access as temporary penalty for triggering their automated spam filter. This block, which frequently lasts 3, 7, or 30 days, happens when your account exhibits the following behavior: sending too many messages rapidly, okay, messaging dozens of accounts in a short period of time, cold outreach, sending unsolicited promotional DMs or links to people who do not follow you or haven't interacted with you first. Okay, this is what we went over. Okay, you want them to actually click something that say they want more information, then you send a link. Must repetitive text or links, okay, copy and paste exact same messages. This happened a lot on Facebook profile. I feel like I haven't seen it getting banned on Instagram specifically, but maybe that's a new thing. But yeah, same messages like link emoji into multiple users, third-party automation. The only automation tool that Instagram agree on integration, it's ManyChat. And I heard recently there's also another AI DM automation platform. It's called Revio that I personally used. I haven't really dabbled into that, so I can't really speak on it. But so far, it's really good. Before my Instagram got hacked, so once it comes back and I use it again, I'll let you know. But those are recently the reason why Instagram would kind of restrict an account sending out DMs. So few things to note, right? I think the thing that Mila was experiencing is because she has a lot of content went viral, got a lot of engagements, eyeballs, ultimately a lot of comments of that keyword wanting more information. So that is a good problem to have, but unfortunately that got Instagram alert and got her restricted, her DM restricted. So a few things to know is that avoid using too common words as a keyword. For example, let's say like links or sometimes guide or anything that people say in a sentence could trigger ManyChat DM automation. Sometimes if you put in that word, you didn't realize it until a lot of people are mentioning it. That's when you notice it and you'd be like, okay, I need to change this keyword to a different one. Thoughts on income claim inside DM. I used to think that it's not going to be a problem until I know a friend of mine, his account got basically shut down completely because he used heavily income claims inside his DM messages. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. If you're using too much like he did, that's something that you have to tone it down. I personally feel that if you're manually sending it instead of having DM automation blasting it out, that will be better. Or maybe if you are not having a content that goes viral, the DM automation is not triggered every single minute yet, you can have it on in DM automation until you start noticing that ManyChat is triggering too many times. Then you probably have to swap out that income claim. Something to keep in mind of. Community guideline rinse with AI tool. So what this is, for people, if you want to be super careful, make sure you're not getting banned on your content, on your DM automation, go to community guideline Instagram, download the entire page, okay? Or maybe copy the link, plug it into Claude or ChatGPT, and then let them know that this is, also take a picture of your workflow automation, DM automation, and say, okay, this is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say. That will be attached with a picture of your DM automation workflow. Attach with the community guideline from Instagram and say, this is the community guidelines from Instagram. I want to make sure that I am not going against the community guideline in my DM or in my content. Can you make sure what I said here will not go against it? and give me some suggestions on what I want to say in each Instagram message trigger that I'm going to send out. That's it. So that you make sure that you are super careful and not get in the red zone with Instagram that way. So the last thing I want to touch upon is like what happened when your content goes viral, which is a good problem to have. Congratulations, I guess. And you getting a lot of keywords comments. Unfortunately, I don't think ManyChat don't automatically turn off when it's sent out too many messages on your behalf. You kind of have to toggle it off on your own. And I think there's a cap of 200 messages per hour. So if you feel like you're getting beyond that, just turn it off like half of the day, and then maybe the next day turn it back on again. So these are some of the best practice I would say for Instagram/ManyChat. It is very tricky, but overall it is a good problem to have. So these are some of the best practices when it comes to Instagram and you have to keep in mind using ManyChat tool. It's a good problem to have, but a lot of times you kind of have to manually trigger it off. So yeah, I hope to see you in the next lesson. My ring light just died. And if you haven't already yet, make sure you join my school community so that you can ask questions like this and I'll be able to answer them. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.